Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an exciting update in my Rolling Style 5-pan project pan. Not only have I made a lot of progress across the board, but I have a new empty, and it's a big one that I'm really excited about. So we are gonna get all into that in this video. I hope you're as excited as I am because I'm having so much fun with this project. I can't believe we are in August. This year is flying by, and I'm just happy that I have another good update to share with you all today. So if this is your first video of mine, or you're just unfamiliar with project panning in general, how I am running this particular project pan is I'm working on 5 products at a time, and my goal is to finish those products. So, you know, obviously as that goes, some will finish before others, and that is why I have it as a rolling style project pan. So as I finish something, I roll something else new into the project. So I'm always working on 5 different products. What I do is I count usage. So as I use the products in just my daily makeup routine, I have this notebook which I count usage in, and I'll just put a tally next to that product. And then at the end of the month, I weigh the products, and then I take a look at what they weighed at the beginning and then at the end of the month, and let you all know how much of the product I actually used up, how many times I used it, and then I show clips so you can actually see visual progress of the products being used up, which I think is really cool to see too, in addition to the weights. I know people have asked me before, like, do I do tallies on the products, or even give myself like usage goals? And honestly, I don't do tallies because I don't like how it looks, which, you know, to each their own there. And then I don't set myself necessarily usage goals for these because I am doing a Shop My Stash project pan that is a usage-based project pan, and so for these I just kind of try and use it as much as I can without like getting bored or sick of it. And if I start feeling that way, I just mix in other products. So really just trying to work through these as quickly as possible, I guess, but making sure I'm still really loving it as I'm doing it. And I've talked about this in other videos. There's kind of a bunch of different paths you can go down for project panning. You can put in products you don't necessarily like to try and find ways that you do like to use them, which I've done that before, and that's been really fun. Or you can put in products that you really like and just enjoy using them the whole time because you know you really like them, which that's kind of the direction I've gone mostly with this project pan. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, I've just been having so much fun with this, and I hope you all have been enjoying following along and seeing my progress throughout the last several months. And we're just gonna keep chugging away till the end of the year, and then do a big roundup of everything that I was able to accomplish across all of my project pans that I'm currently doing, which is 3. So super exciting. I feel like we're like on the back end of the year already, which is so crazy, and I'm excited to see kind of where we end up at the end of the year. But of course, I'm getting ahead of myself. We are just at the beginning of August. So why don't we jump into this month's update? I'm going to talk through all of the products, talk about the usage, and then I will share with you the product that I'm rolling out because I finished it. And sorry if you can hear my cat meowing at us. He wanted to say hi to you. But we'll roll that product out. I'll share with you all about the amount that I used like across the board with that one, and then we will roll a new product into this project. So I'm gonna kick it off with the one that I always kick it off with, and this is my Fenty Beauty Bronzer in Island Ting. The progress on this one has been consistently slow and steady, I guess you could say. I love this bronzer. I continue to really enjoy using it. It's performing really well. I keep talking about repressing it, but I honestly haven't needed to, and so I've just been continuing to use it as it is. I used this 14 times this month. The previous weight was 57.55. The current weight is 57.35, and so I use a total of 0.20 grams of this product up this month. The pan continues to expand. I'm very happy with using it. So slow and steady is okay with me. I will say my numbers in terms of usage are a little bit down this month compared to where they've been the last few months. And the reason being is we went to the beach with my husband's family, and it was a great time. but I only put on makeup one day the whole time we were down there. And that's because we were able to get our in-laws to watch our son, although they weren't really watching him because we had already put him down for the night, so they were just watching the monitor. We were trying to, you know, make it as easy as possible, but we ended up going out to dinner and doing like a little date night. That was really the only time I put on makeup, which is kind of crazy. I wear makeup consistently like 4 or 5 days out of the week, and so it was really like, it was a nice break, but definitely I am seeing a difference in my numbers this month because of that. Next is my Maybelline lipstick. You've heard me say this a million times. This used to be my Holy Grail lipstick. I rolled into this project, realized that it is no longer my Holy Grail lipstick, although I am really enjoying using it, and I'm totally okay that I'm using this one up. I am so very close. Like, we are just at the very end of this lipstick's life. And this is my Maybelline Make Me Pink lipstick, by the way, if I didn't mention that. So it previously weighed 12.17 grams. It currently weighs 12.57 grams. And so I used a total of 0.14 grams up of this. Really, like, what's left is just kind of that angle right there. We are very close to the plastic on this end. Someone mentioned basically depotting this and using it out of something else. Honestly, I think if I get this flattened out, I'm gonna be good at that point. I don't know if I need to pull it out and use it out of a different container. I think we might just call it empty once we get down to the bottom of this. I use this product 15 times this month. But this one has been another one that I feel has been very consistent, and I've been hitting like consistent weights in terms of it like lowering every month, but it's been very also like feeling very slow. I feel like I've been looking at the same amount of lipstick in here since the beginning, although when I watch the comparison clips, I see that we have actually made significant progress and it continues to get lower and lower. So I think this one will continue to work through. I think I probably say this every month, but in the next couple to few months, hopefully this will be another empty. Another one that we have made great progress on is my Florence by Mills Zero Chill Face Mist. I think this one might be done this month, and if not, like, it will definitely be done at my October update. I mean, we have very little left of this. I used my Florence spray 13 times this month. The previous weight was 62.62 grams and the current weight is 50.17 grams, so I used a total of 12.45 grams up. I think I said last month that this is certainly not a favorite spray, but it's done what it's needed to do, and I continue to feel that way. I don't mind spritzing it on my face in the mornings after I put on my makeup to kind of just set my makeup and make it look a little bit more natural, but I also don't feel the need to go out and repurchase this maybe ever. So that's kind of where we sit with this. I'm very excited about the progress though that we are making. We are getting very close to this being done. Again, I feel like this one sits in that same category as a lipstick of like, we are going to be done this in the next couple months, which is really cool. Let's talk about my IT Cosmetics 5 by Pores pressed powder. I used this pressed powder 14 times this past month. So again, kind of sitting in that same usage range as everything else. It previously weighed 64.18 grams. It currently weighs 63.20 grams, so I used a total of 0.98 grams. And this one is kind of along the same lines as my Fenty bronzer. I keep talking about repressing it, but really it hasn't been crumbling like I thought it would be. At one point it was crumbling a little bit and I was like, okay, I definitely need to repress it, but really since then it hasn't been crumbling at all. So I'm kind of just waiting it out and using it just with my brush, dabbing it in there. So the pan continues to expand and it's working really well for me. I've always really liked this powder. I hit pan on it before it was ever in a project pan, and it's just a really good pressed powder. The only negative I honestly see with it is the fact that I feel like I can use it up so quickly compared to some of my other pressed powders, and especially compared to my loose powders. However, that being said, it is super convenient because with traveling and all of that, I just feel like it's a much easier compact to take with you, especially than bringing maybe a loose powder that could spill. So that's been really nice as I've been going on trips in general, or like overnight trips to my in-laws or friends or whatever. But overall, I definitely like this product and I'm happy with the progress that we are making. So that brings us to our very exciting update, and it is this update that I have a new empty. This is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. As you can see, I scraped the sides of this. I have a beauty spatula that I used. I would undo the top and would dip my beauty spatula in here. If you watched my Project Pan Get Ready With Me, which was my last video, I did that in that video, and I pretty much finished this in that video, which was super cool. But yeah, definitely scraped as much product as I could get out of here, and I finished this up in 12 uses this month. So super excited about that. This is actually my second base product that I have finished in this year's Rolling Style Project Pan. I finished up my QMS Tinted Day Cream, and now I have finished up my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So really excited about that. To give you the numbers, this previously weighed 104.72 grams. It currently weighs 101.13 grams, so I used up a total of 3.59 grams to finish this off. And then in general, throughout this project pan, I used this 61 times and used a total of 13.43 grams to finish this product. So excited about that. So excited to have another base product rolled out of my collection, because I do feel like I've purchased quite a few foundations over the last year or so, and so to be able to finish up 2 of them, I'm really excited. And that kind of brings me in to what products I am going to roll in its place. But I guess before we get there, just to tell you the total amount of product used this month, I used a total of 17.36 grams of product this month. So like I said, I was kind of thinking through what should I roll in place of the Too Faced foundation. And I pulled up my planning to pan list that I put together in January, and I filmed a video on of like all the different products that I could roll into a project pan this year. And I was debating on potentially rolling in another powder product or rolling in something else than a foundation, because I've worked on 2 foundations. Well, one was a tinted day cream, like I mentioned, and then a foundation, but basically 2 base products. When that one base product was done, I rolled in this one. But I actually had another base product on my list, so I was debating between that or another powder product, or maybe something totally different in general. But where I landed was I am gonna roll in another base product, because I feel like I have some really good momentum with that. And I feel like some of my base products that I have are a bit older, and since they're more liquidy products, it probably makes sense to continue to use them and work through my collection, so I can focus on maybe some of my newer ones coming up. And so as a result of that, I am rolling in my Oma Beauty Say What Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. As you can see, we're sitting at about here. Well, hopefully you can see that line. We're sitting about here, so I'd say we're like 2/3 maybe of the way into this product, so I already have a pretty good start on this. And another big reason I'm actually rolling this into this project is once this Too Faced Born This Way foundation was finished, I've been using this newer foundation to my collection, the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. But the problem is this is too light for my skin right now. I was at the beach, and then I've obviously been self-tanning, which you've heard me talking about, you know, probably in all my Project Pan videos. And so I was like, that one's not really working for me, so if I'm not even going to be using that one, I might as well roll this one into this project, because this one is a little bit darker and will match me better right now this time of the year. And then what I had to do with this one, as we went into, you know, the cooler months and I wasn't in the sun as much, as I'll probably end up having to mix this with something like this to get the correct shade, but that's okay. Progress will slow down, but we'll make it work. Starting weight for this is 122.46 grams. So like I mentioned, I'm so excited with this update and being able to finish another product in this project, and also share with you all of the great progress that I've made on everything else. I feel like they all looked really well loved, and like we are on the verge for a few of them, which is awesome, because I think we're gonna be able to get some empties by the end of the year and maybe have a pretty good empty list to share with you at the end of the year. So excited about all of that. I hope all of you enjoyed this video and just getting to see this update in my Project Pan. Thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.